Welcome to a segment that I am calling Taking a Closer Look. Here is saying 22 from the Gospel of Thomas, and I'm going to endeavor to pull out from the four Gospels that everybody is familiar with and show how they align. They align. Remember, Thomas was one of the disciples as well. Okay. And so it seems like only the four Gospels are received and the others were rejected. But why? Hmm. Okay, so here it is. Saying 22 in the Gospel of Thomas. Yahusha or Yeshua saw some babies nursing. He said to his disciples, "These nursing babies are like those who enter the kingdom." They said to him, "Then shall we enter the kingdom as babies?" Yahusha said to them, "When you make the two into one, and when you make the inner like the outer, and the outer like the inner, and the upper like the lower, and when you make male and female into a single one, so that the male will not be male, nor the female be female." And he's not talking about transsexualism or transgenderism. Okay, this is spiritual because remember, we read in the Bible in Mashiach, there is no male nor female, right? Those gender roles are abolished when you're in Yahusha. This is why I don't care when somebody says a woman should do this and a man should do that spiritually. We can all pray. We can all fast. We can all engage in spiritual warfare. There are no gender roles in the spirit. Physically, in these cages that we're in, these cages that I call our bodies, because this is where our spirit man is trapped in, going to war, flesh against the spirit, spirit against the flesh, right? Until you allow your spirit man to dominate, that you become one within yourself, one with Yahusha, thus being one with Yahuwah. That's the oneness that I want you guys to understand in this. All right. So again, so that the male will not be male, nor the female be female. When you make eyes in place of an eye, a hand in place of a hand, a foot in place of a foot, an image in place of an image, then you will enter the kingdom. An image into an image. Are we not created in the image of Yahweh? Do we always act like it? All right. So we got some stuff from Reddit, right? Some people been chiming in and putting some stuff up. So and I read it and I'm lockstep with it. I don't disagree with it. So here we go. The Gospel of Thomas uses the image of nursing infants to point past literal childhood toward a profound spiritual state of inner unification, wholeness, and the elimination of internal division. Okay? Innocence versus integration. Yeshua rejects the literal idea of going back to physical infancy, instead using the baby as a symbol for a deeper transformation, making the two into one, overcoming dualistic thinking. You see, those people that they push that dualism stuff, can't have dark without light, can't have good without evil. We must overcome dualistic thinking by uniting polarities, your inner and your outer, your upper and your lower. Okay? And I know a lot of people get spooked when they hear that because they're like, Aleister Crowley said as above, so below, and all that. I don't mess with that crap. But what I will say is, do we not pray when we pray the quote unquote Lord's Prayer? When we pray what Mashiach taught us to pray, do we not say, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, as it is done in the heavens that we're taught is above us, right? But in all actuality, it's within us. It's within us and it's without us. But that's a whole nother. Y'all might not catch that. Y'all might think I've lost my mind, but let the one with the good ear hear. Okay? So, making two into one, overcoming dualistic thinking by uniting polarities, inner and outer, upper and lower, transcending gender, reaching a unified state where sexual divisions and social roles no longer define human identity. Again, I'm not saying, woman get into the attire of a man get into the attire of a woman. No, this is strictly spiritual. A spirit has no gender. I know we called it a spirit man, right? Because that's how our finite minds work. We need to classify everything as gender. We need to box everything in as gender, right? This is why people run with women shouldn't preach and women shouldn't teach. In Yahusha, there's no male nor female. All right. So, restoring the image, returning to the primal, perfect image or likeness from before fragmentation occurred. When did fragmentation occur? Fragmentation occurred in the garden. In the garden. Okay? When disobedience came in, when sin came in, we became broken. We were no longer just spirit beings. Okay? If you pay attention in the book of Adam and Eve, it was after their fall, they began to what? Become human because they had to have skin on them, and their skin, right, had a hue, that melanin, to protect them from the rays of the sun, which would have ate their butts alive if they did not have human skin placed on them. Okay, before then, they were like celestial beings of light. You don't have to believe me, right? But matter of fact, let's go there. I'm in the mood. We're going to check out the book of Adam and Eve together. And I know there's a lot of bones in it, but there's also a lot of meat, as is everything that we get our hands on, right? What's pure, what's untampered by man. So this is why you have to get in your spirit. You have to deal with spiritual things in the spirit, or you will not get it. It'll sound crazy to you. All right, so let's jump on over there to the book of Adam and Eve real quick. Okay, family, I'm back, and here we go. Adam mourns over their changed conditions. This was the point. This was the point. We're getting to the meat of this. Don't be listening to these people on YouTube, me either, unless Yahuwah confirms the message to you. All right, y'all? So, but Adam and Eve cried for having come. Excuse my dog in the background. She out there bugging. But Adam and Eve cried for having come out of the garden, their first home. And indeed, when Adam looked at his flesh that was altered, he cried bitterly, he and Eve, over what they had done. And they walked and went gently down into the cave of treasures. And as they came to it, Adam cried over himself and said to Eve, look at this cave that is to be our prison in this world, a place of punishment. What is compared with the garden? What is its narrowness compared with the space of the other? What is this rock by the side of these groves? What is the gloom of this cavern compared with the light of the garden? What is this overhanging ledge of rock to shelter us compared with the mercy of the Master that overshadowed us? What is the soil of this cave compared with the garden land, the earth strewed with stones, and that planted with delicious fruit trees. And Adam and Eve, and Adam said to Eve, look at your eyes and at mine, where before beheld angels praising in heaven, and they too without ceasing. So, right here we see first change, right? He's talking about their eyes, or this is the first described change. With their eyes, they were able to see the angels in heaven praising, okay? But now we do not see as we did. Our eyes have become of flesh. They cannot see like they used to see before. And Adam said again to Eve, what is our body today compared to what it was in former days when we lived in the garden? Their bodies took a major transformation. After this, Adam did not want to enter the cave under the hanging rock, nor would he ever want to enter it. But he bowed to Yah's orders and said to himself, and he bowed to the Father's orders. Remember, I said I'm going to try not to use the name of Yah until this is confirmed. But it's going to probably come out because I really don't say G-O-D. Unless I enter the cave, I shall again be a transgressor. So unless I enter the cave, I will again be a transgressor. So now I do want to say, the first translation of this book I read, it said a little more. But I want you all to imagine, in order to be able to see what they saw and then receive fleshly eyes, and now they're seeing this made up illusion of a life. I know that might go over some of y'all head, but y'all, they were forever changed because of their sin. They no longer had the same bodies. They now needed skin, and not just any type of skin with hue, okay? That melanin, that's when they became human. That's what I believe. All right, y'all. Pray about this. In all things, let the Spirit of Yahuwah, who leads and guides you into all truth, make things plain for you, okay? All right, that's it, y'all. That's it for the book of Adam and Eve right now. Let's go back to the breakdown of the Gospel of Thomas, saying 22. Okay, so it goes on to say, saying 22 of the non-canonical Gospel of Thomas starts similarly to the canonical Gospels by comparing infants to those who enter the kingdom. But it quickly shifts into a complex mystical description of transcending all dualities, like inner, outer, and male, female, to achieve spiritual oneness. While both the canonical texts and Thomas used the metaphor of a child, their core theological meanings are fundamentally different, they say. So let's look at ourselves and see if it's fundamentally different. All right. Now what I will say is, if it's canonical, it's been chopped up, butchered, and much has been taken away. Okay? Which is why I'm leaning more towards the apocryphal and pseudepigraphic books. Okay? Than them stepped on books that the council of, it was either the Council of Nicaea or the Council of Laodicea those wicked men decided what would go in it. So I don't even trust them like that. But anyway, let's see. Direct textual comparison. The analogy. Canonical Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Adults must change and humble themselves like children to enter the kingdom. Matthew 18:3. Gospel of Thomas, saying 22, says, nursing infants represent those who enter the kingdom because they lack worldly division. These are comparisons, right? The core requirement. The core requirement in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, developing attributes of humility, dependence, trust, and low social status. The Gospel of Saying 22, achieving absolute oneness by erasing the physical and material dualities of the world. The core requirement. Okay, we read that. View on gender. Validates the biological and social distinction of male and female. Matthew 19:4. All right, now pulling up to Matthew, chapter 19, verse 4. And I'm reading it in the King James Version right now. I'm not going to another version, so here we go. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? I'm going to go a little bit further. And he said, for this cause shall a man leave his mother and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Y'all hear that? Okay. Echoing the Gospel of Thomas. It literally is. Because here it's saying now, because they're one, there's no Adam and then Eve. There's just Adam, Eve. They're one. Adam, Ahava. They're one. Yes? All right. Now going back. But the Gospel of Thomas requires making the male and female into a single one. So gender ceases to exist. In the spirit, there is no gender in the spirit. There is no man spirit and woman spirit. It's just not, you all. Okay? Okay. As a matter of fact, let's go there. Y'all love the canonized, whatever you want to say. Y'all love the Bible, right? So let's pull this up in the Bible. Okay. After belief has come, we are no longer under a trainer. For you are all sons of Elohim through belief in Mashiach Yahusha. For as many of you as were immersed into Messiah have put on Messiah. So if you put on Messiah, here we go. There is not Yehudi nor Greek. There is not slave nor free. There is not male and female. For you are all one in Messiah. And if you are of Messiah, then you are seed of Abraham and heirs according to promise. Okay? Now, we're not going to go with that spiritual seed of Abraham versus the physical seed of Abraham, because, I'm not going to go there right now. Feel me what I'm saying? This is why they took the Bible and stepped on it. So I will say that seed is physical, right? But in context of the Bible, when it says the seed of the woman will crush the head of the seed of the serpent, or the seed of the woman will crush the head of the serpent. They talk about that man that was born. Y'all, I gotta go. Y'all ain't ready for this. Or are you? Because if you are, you're going to see past skin color. You're going to see past it and understand that this is the seed of the woman versus the seed of the serpent, y'all. All right. And there are some chocolate, blue, black, brown, high yellow, tan, wicked, evil, demonic people. And there are some chocolate, deep chocolate, dark chocolate, blue, black, brown, tan, righteous, chosen ones. And y'all ain't ready for this statement, or are y'all? And there are also some non-melanated righteous ones that love the Father, that are born in spirit and in truth. But that ain't what the media pushing out, because they trying to start a war. Gotta go. Love ya.